Cameron Diaz and Meatloaf? Men are very primitive. They're very easy to understand. They have very basic needs. For all intents and purposes, men are like puppies. You know, all we really need is a full belly and a nap, honestly. And occasionally let us out, you know, and we'll go pee on stuff. But in general, men are very, very easy, not very complicated beings to figure out. Women, on the other hand, no matter what you say or do, they're going to read subtle nuances in meaning, and they're going to dissect everything you do or say and turn it into something that just complicates your life way more than you ever intended for it to be. One afternoon, when I was working first shift, I'm sitting on one end of the sectional, wife sitting on the other end of the sectional. We're watching the news. It's that time between work and supper. Well, the wife says, "What do you want to have for supper?" I said, "I don't know. I don't care. Anything you want's fine." And she says, "No, I went to the store today, so I've got supplies, so we can, you know, I'll make anything you want." And I said, I really don't know. And she said, "Well, you know, just be thinking about it." Okay. Well, it was a couple of years ago when the movie Bad Teacher was out. Well, if you've ever seen the trailer or seen the movie for Bad Teacher, there's a particular scene where Cameron Diaz is in these stacked heels, Daisy Duke shorts, washing a car. Well, apparently when this scene came on, for some reason I had a complete leap of my senses. I'm watching the TV and I went, That's all I said. I didn't say anything else. Just made that sound. It's not even a word, really. It's just a sound. I didn't mean to make the sound, and I immediately knew it was wrong as soon as I did it, because I'd already done two things wrong. Number one, I had lusted after this attractive actress. Number two, I made a sound to indicate what I was thinking, and I did it in front of my wife. Maybe that might even qualify as three things wrong. When you get busted or you think you're about to be busted for something like that, I cut my eyes over at the wife to see if she was going to respond. Well, she didn't say anything. She didn't flinch. She didn't look. She didn't look at me. She just kept watching TV. So I'm thinking, cool, I got away with it. So after the news goes off, she asked me again, "Did you ever decide what you want to have for supper?" And I said, "No, not really." And she said, "Well, what would you like to have? If you could have anything, what would you like to have?" "I'd really like to have a meatloaf." She said, "Why don't you have Cameron Diaz make you a meatloaf?" Obviously, I did not get away with it. So the next sound I hear, someone taking a shovel and raking the pots and pans out of the kitchen cabinet, and then playing hockey with them. Women are very, very complex creatures. I can't imagine what she was thinking, but I was fairly certain that she wasn't happy about it. And men, being very simple, very primitive creatures, honestly, I am sitting in the living room thinking to myself, so are we having meatloaf, or do I need to call the Chinese place? I'm not even sure Cameron Diaz knows how to make meatloaf.